Hey everyone, I'm back, kinda, sorta. So, I had intentions of updating you guys more frequently than what I've done lately, but I think I am still processing a little bit of burnout, working with my job and pandemic, and just trying to enjoy summer while it was nice. So, I'll just go ahead and jump in. So what you see right now is my work in progress for my revisions, as you know, and I planned on doing Camp NaNoWriMo, but I ended up not carrying through as consistently as I'd like. So on the 5th, it was my dad's birthday of July, and I just could not get back into the wagon once I started working again during the week. So while I had the intentions, I tried to keep, hopping back on. As you can see on July 12th, I sort of tried. But I think I realized during this period that I apparently like to revise on my computer. So when I'm at work, it's harder to do it from my phone, but that's like the only way of doing it without bringing my laptop. And to be honest, I don't like bringing my laptop with me places, just especially when I'll only be using for like an hour at work. So, and when I get home, I'm just exhausted. I think most of you probably know how that is. But as you can see, my work count kind of goes up and down throughout this whole process. And then I think for a lot of those weeks, I ended up not even trying to open. I think I tried here. I probably updated for my phone during a lunch period, but I found myself that I preferred walking or listening to audiobooks instead of just sitting and working on my projects because I think I needed the movement to help me, focus and get away from my desk in general. But as you can see, yeah, it's pretty sparse. The word count has declined a little bit until we get to this little box here. And as you can see, I had been on vacation this last week and it was actually pretty productive. So I found, well, I kind of experimented, to be honest. I kind of knew this from school, but I took my laptop with me to the library and I booked some time in a study room. I scheduled it for 2 hours because that's the time limit for reservations, and I found that it really worked for me. Like I could focus a lot more without distractions in one of those than at home, which is actually probably, I mean, it probably makes sense, and you guys probably knew that, but I am such an introvert. I like being at home, but I also really do love libraries. And where I live, my library system is actually really nice, and the libraries have been updated, so they're really, really nice as well. So I did it every other day. So as you can see, when I was at home, I didn't do anything, even though I wanted to. But you can see when I did go to the study rooms, which is on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here, you can see that I was really productive versus any other time I was not. So my goal for that week was to write up all the comments that I needed of the revisions that I needed to make and any solutions that I could think of to solve for that. I didn't I think some of the earlier chapters, like for the first day, I tried to do that, like go in and make those updates, but I found I rather take time to read and think and brainstorm ideas to solve for any problems in the chapters instead, rather than going in and executing those ideas. So, my plan is now that I have rough ideas of what I need to do to fix those chapters or plot points or anything that needs corrected, I hope to be able to take that information and to solve for that and implement those changes. So I'm hoping that it will be a little bit easier for me to execute that now that I know what needs to be fixed. I don't think I have solutions for everything, but I do have a better idea of how the story is at the end and what needs work. So, yeah, I felt like I was able to be more decisive on what needs fixed, and that really helped me feel better about the story because as I was reading and revising some of the chapters, like, I found myself getting absorbed into the story, which is great because as a reader, writer, that's the goal of writing a book, being able to immerse readers into the story. So I found that I felt that when I was reading my story, even though, like, I know the story. So I feel really good about that. I mean, there's still some kinks that need worked out, but overall, I feel a lot better about it. So it's still not perfect. It still needs a little work, but I feel a lot better, especially towards the end, because I knew the ending needs work, and I know that I'll be adding word counts. So on that topic, you can see I ended up meeting my goal. As you know, that I had plans to, or at least my goal was to write 5 minutes a day. I did not do that, obviously, but you can see that I did surpass my goal of 460 minutes total for the whole quarter. So I got 535 minutes done, completed in that quarter. So that kind of totaled out to be 8, almost 9 hours. So I even went over the limit. So I feel pretty good about that, even though, like, you can see all the zeros. But, sometimes you gotta trust your body and just take that time as you need it. But, yeah, I don't regret it. I do wish that I had been a little bit more consistent, but I do feel better about it. And I do have a little bit more vacation time coming up. So I'm hoping that maybe I can do this again and not over push myself, or I don't know. I guess I just really want to be able to get this story done and out to readers. But yeah, I'm still looking for beta readers. If you're interested, link is in the bio. So be sure to sign up to hear about when I'm looking, and if you're interested. As you can see, my goal has always been to remove the word count. Like, I don't even know how I got 143,000 words, but I removed 202 words, so that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'll cut words in the end, but to be honest, I think I'll be adding words, especially towards the ending. I think, yeah, it's just the endings need fleshed out. There's a lot that needs fleshed out, and I'm just like, why? Well, I want to be able to write the story first, make sure I'm happy with that, and then cut words as needed. But I'm not quite at that point yet, so I'm trying not to stress about the word count yet. But as you can see, it's up there. Okay, so let's flip to the bar chart really quick. Yeah, as you can see, like, so I started off good, and then slowly, it was like nothing, plateaued. And then at the end, it's like I jumped up. So I guess it's better than nothing. I'm glad that I was able to finish it up. I did not know if I was going to hit my goal. I didn't plan on that when I scheduled the time in the study room. I just wanted to work on it a little bit, and I ended up being more productive than I thought. So pretty proud about that. So let's flip over to my other projects. So this one I did end up working on more than I expected. So this is my new series, and you can see that apparently it's easier for me to spend time to brainstorm stories or write stories than to revise, which kind of stinks because I really had hoped that revisions would be easier for me, but apparently it's not. Okay, so yeah, July 4th. As you can see, similar thing here. Like, I tried to work on it more, but kind of petered out. Again, it's easier for me to spend time to work on brainstorming as you can see here, for the series, because I just brought a notepad to work, or a notebook rather, and just during my lunch I spent, I don't know, 15-20 minutes working on brainstorming, and that seemed to be a pretty good method for me to work on the project in general. So it's good because I was able to like jump around topics, as you can see here, like what do I want to work on today, and then I'll like dedicate a topic and just brainstorm free write ideas. And it's been actually super helpful. It helps me dive into the story a little bit more, try to target like certain books, any world aspects, villains, characters in general. So yeah, this was actually really productive. I didn't expect that, but yeah, you can see here, I wasn't tracking words at all. I was just writing as long as I could up, during my lunchtime, and you can see every little bit helped, and nothing was really concrete. A lot of it's like really just vague ideas or plot or tropes or anything that related to that story or character. I try to jot down notes. This ended up being really good, except when organizing. I had not developed the method in my notebook of not a good one, of how to keep track of my notes or what topics to keep track of. The only thing I did was like I tend to free write and then highlighted that information, but then I would forget to transcribe it. So I'm still working on it. It's still a process, but overall, I'm starting to develop a better method about how to keep track of those notes and eventually transcribe them to my online documents. So that way it's easier for me to search and keep track. I'm still working on transcribing the notes I had already done, because I think I just wrote stuff and did not transcribe them or do anything with them, to be honest. So overall, it's still a little bit of a mess, but once I collect all that information, try and transcribe everything over, I'm going to try to organize it a little bit more. I do have my online documents separated out by stories, or by books rather, and different elements. So by magic and tech, or villains, and I have characters that have their own character sheets. So I do have that separated out, and I do add those notes as I can, but again, I'm still kind of going through my notes in my notebook to separate all that out, and I've been leaving little check marks next to those highlighted information to make sure that, to let me know that I've already transcribed it over, so I don't do that again. But yeah, so this is a little easier. You can see I was a little bit more consistent, even though it wasn't as consistent as I'd like. Yeah, so I also wanted to call this out because while I did do a little bit on vacation, my main priority was to finish revisions and work on the, the aspects of the revisions first before I worked on this series, because while I really am excited about the series and want to work on it, I really need to finish that first book, and that is why you don't see much here. But I have to admit, I was surprised. Again, my goal was to do 5 minutes a day, so 460 minutes, and I hit that goal. Like, if I didn't work on it at all during my vacation, like, I don't think I would have hit that goal, but I did for both projects, and I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised, but I'm really happy about that as well. So flipping over here, so yeah, you can see. I don't know why that's not adding up correctly. 420. Okay, so that's not calculating correctly. Okay, it should be 480. I should have hit that goal. I don't know why I didn't check that before I showed you guys. Whoops. Okay. I think I'm a day off. Oh, right, because I changed the days. I forgot to update the tracker. Yeah. So anyways, but I did hit my goal. Sorry, the bar chart isn't correct, but yeah, you get the gist. So I'll probably keep on doing this again for next quarter, another 5 minutes a day. But I'm hoping that I'll be more consistent. It's already day 4 in October and I have not worked on this. So that's already not looking great, to be honest. But to be fair, I also wanted to spend more time reading because I really missed reading and I have a lot of library books that I haven't read yet that I need to read. But my goal is to try to work on this again, be more consistent. I don't think any of the books that I'm writing or working on right now are going to be published this year, which stinks. It's always, my goal to, publish this year, but I keep pushing it off because of these. I don't think it's procrastination. I think it's just I need more time to rest and I don't want to push myself to burnout because I have been feeling it again a little bit and I rather take care of myself rather than pushing myself into finishing these and not being 100% proud or satisfied with my work. I also haven't been doing any art. If you follow me for my art, I apologize. I had intentions on also doing more sketches and stuff and sharing that with you guys and watercolor painting, but I have not. I've been doing sketching, but nothing consistent and nothing worth really sharing. I'm trying to figure out if there is a way for me to better make that into a habit. So I guess I'm trying to find a routine that works for me. And I'm trying to give myself a little bit of grace in terms of just do something small rather than doing something big or I usually like having a vision of what I'm going to create before I actually draw or paint it. But lately I've just not been inspired. But I think I need to take it easy and just do anything that I feel in the moment rather than have that expectations of everything being a masterpiece. I think that's one of my biggest drawbacks or weaknesses. Sometimes I think that I get to be too much of a perfectionist and hard on myself that I don't realize that maybe it's better to just put things out and then move on. I think I need to learn that lesson. You think I would learn, but I know it. I know it about myself, but I haven't actually done it. But anyways, yeah, sorry. This is one of my longer videos, but I did have a lot to go over and a lot to talk to you guys about, and I also wanted to give you a little heads up of what my thought process is right now and what I'm thinking in the near future. But yeah, I'm hoping that maybe I'll get back into the swing of things, be more consistent, and definitely like and comment below. That encourages me and make sure that I'm not talking into the void. I definitely feel like I'm doing that sometimes. But also, I mean, you don't have to comment here. You can post on my social media too. I'd appreciate that because sometimes I've actually taken a step back from social media, just also in addition to burnout. I always felt like I had to post something or say something, but I've taken a step back and I feel like that's kind of helped me a little bit more in my mental health. So even though I don't post, I do get on it at least probably once a day at least still, if not more. But I lurk rather than post. So I'm definitely on there if you guys are interested in, wanting to chat or just saying hi in general. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope the projects you're working on have been productive. Oh, I haven't decided if I'm doing NaNoWriMo yet. I don't know. I kind of wanted to do Inktober. It's probably not too late to do that either, but I'm not sure either. So we'll see. I might, if I do something small, I might be interested in doing it. I don't want to start things and then fade out like I've been doing, but I also feel like I need to push myself a little bit more to be, sharing content with you guys and just growing as an artist and a writer. So, yeah, I don't know. Things are kind of crazy. Things are just up there. But I hope you all are doing well, and I would love to hear what you guys are working on. If you guys are doing nano, if you guys are doing art, anything, just let me know. All right, you guys take care, and I hope to see you guys soon. All right, talk to you later. Bye.